off or even just get an aggressive round or two. That'd be great. Here we go.
Can we get Yak in here, please? Anyway, welcome everyone. Round 1 of playoffs, season 39 of the Premiership division for Team Fortress 2. Welcome. We're heading into our first mid for our first map, which is Snake Balls. I'm following Lucas Dank on the way to this mid. He is already in, and he's collected that health pack, and he's going to be pinging some stickies off towards Milky here. But looks like no spam has really been traded. Just some layering up of the stickies this time around, looking like they want to get the damage towards the top side of this mid. Both teams playing very controlled here. Toe going to be going in early onto the scout. KJ Kua, the first one to go down as Creddy finds that kill. Also, Bud now getting bombed in the corner. He goes down. Thomas gets return frag, but it doesn't matter. The rest of Garda Panteri are going to be retreating back out of Saw. Looks like they want to go for some kind of chase here on the side of 4Toast.
Yeah, that was like just the easiest mid in the world for Toast, I'll be honest with you. They wanted top right. They got top right. They just took that fight. Easy peasy. They did lose Thomas, so it is actually a little bit of a situation where they can't just walk in completely, click up for no reason. They're actually going all the way towards grass. It's actually Domo getting all the way through. This is good damage. Milky's already gone down. This makes it so much more difficult. The bomb comes in all the way towards Lucas. He's actually forward base. He doesn't have heals with him at all. He is going for an extended little fight, but they're doing so much damage on the side of Toast. If they can get literally any one of these frags, it'll be fantastic, because Auto's so far back basically by himself, but it's actually Tomasi falls now for Toast. They're 2 players down. They have no soldiers. They have no spam, really. They need to be backing all the way to mid here.
It was looking really good, but I think Garda Panteri did a really good job of actually focusing down Thomas, but we've got Class in behind. He might get on top of Domo here if he runs in. He is now going for it. No one spotted him. He's on top of Domo. He works a couple shots. He does force out that Uber charge here, but does get saved by the return Uber from Garda Panteri. So Garda Panteri now, with the better Uber, going to be taking this high ground, and 4Toast are going to be on the retreat here. But Lucas Dank remaining in, calling for his team to stay in the fight. The air arrow comes out from Domo there onto his soldier. And then also Mankey chucked in the air. It doesn't matter that Pappy goes down there. He picks up basically 2 players, and Thomas now going in as well. Auto super weak now in the doorway. Credit finds the cleanup. Also, KJ Kuo both going down. It's going to be 4Toast now on the offensive.
Oh, that's a really bad situation for Milky to get himself into. He gets caught towards that left side of the lobby, so now he's down for 11 more seconds. Basically, spawn is just only coming up, Sticky towards right-hand side, Neo's towards the point. Boom! Stickies come out, and easy round for Toast.
Easy peasy 4Toast, showing their aggression on that mid fight as well. Like you mentioned, that top right mid. We're going to be seeing if they want to do the same thing again, or if they want to change up what they were doing before, now that they've got a feel for how Garda Panteri wants to play. But also on the other side, Garda Panteri now have an ability to come up with some kind of response for that right side mid. So coming into the next mid fight now, Milky going to be rolling out through lower, and Domo going to be Lucas Dank going to be rolling out through that Saw area, just picking off stickies towards the enemy Saw. Mankey's going to be rolling out through there. Both teams respectively going to be rolling out Catwall, but Pappy goes in for an early bomb onto the scout. Class goes down. Mankey getting damaged heavily here as Mankey goes in, and Bud also goes in. Unable to really find anything here as KJ Kua now going to be flanking into the kitchen. Pappy now also going in, gets immediately shut down though in that choke point. KJ Kua with the cleanup there as Bud also going down. Mankey's going for a high ball on top of Domo, gets on top of Creddy though. Doesn't find the damage he needs for that kill. Receives an arrow from his medic now. Auto there with a clean, crisp arrow. Milky now moving back for his heals, but also Mankey getting focused down that top area. KJ Kua goes in, finds Creddy on the flank, getting piped here as Neo's going to go in for some kind of cleanup here. Onto KJ Kua, taking that 1v1, somehow surviving for a long time, and Neo finally finds that frag there. Milky going on to Domo though, trying to find the damage. Domo holding that Uber charge, does not want to pop it whatsoever. They also find Auto somehow. Lucas Dank with a pipe across the mid, but this is the bomb to Domo though. Domo's in the skybox, does have to pop out that Uber charge there, and Lucas Dank just popping a repeat taunts there as this mid fight eventually going to come to a close here. Class still a lower, eventually going to get cleaned up by the bomb from Pappy, who caught a respawner here. Mankey might also go down in lower. The chain free from Garda Panteri needs to stop now.
Okay. The mid-fight's over. That was a mid-fight. We saw 2 taunts there from Lucas. I'm going to call out straight up the first one was a bad idea. I'm not going to say that Domo wouldn't have got forced if Lucas hadn't taunted, but it definitely didn't help things, right? So they're sacrificing potentially, you know, an Uber there for the sake of getting in Garda's head, which I guess they thought was a worthy trade. So here we go. Second firmly in the hands of 4Toast. Ubers, they're pretty much equal. It's like a 10% advantage to Domo. If they want a dot push, then more credit to them. I don't think they're gonna, though.
I feel like it's real man mode if you're going to go for this 10 ad push. I mean, the worst case scenario, you end up getting a bit of a scuff trade, and then you probably get chased out and end up losing the last push entirely. But best case scenario, you just force an Uber. But Pappy, more than happy to just bomb in on top of Auto's head. Auto with a nice surf, though. Somehow wriggles out of that bomb. Very nice stuff.
Yeah, I thought that rocket hit him like directly on the forehead, and yet he still surfs all the way to spawn, so fair play. So that is Pappy going down. One less spam class for Toast. Going to be a little bit tricky if they do want to hold this, but no one's getting too aggressive on side of Garda there. Did actually change off their off classes and then went right back onto Engineer again. Looks like maybe slight confusion when it comes to calling, but it will be class getting set up on the classic forward sentry gun in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, what we usually see is on that first sack attempt, you end up going for a heavy rather than getting an engineer, because you actually, when you're trying to get that sentry gun up, it takes ages to actually get it built to level 3, and it's so spammable when your team is just not in position. Now that they've had that one sack go through, they have the time to rebuild that sentry gun. So now they're just waiting. Once again, the gun's level 2 does peek out Credu in lower, and now the rest of 4Toast are going to be looking to retreat back out of lobby. Tomas staying in for a little bit too long, though, is going to get caught out here by Milky, so 2 picks is going to mean there's going to be a really good sack attempt now coming out on the side of Garda Panteri, but no kind of push out. They keep the sentry gun up, and also they're just sending it onto Domo. Domo holds it, drops the Uber on the boxes, unfortunately cratering there, going down.
How did... I swear he was nowhere near high enough to crater off of that. He definitely thought... Yeah, he's so confused. He did not look like he was going to crater there. Either way, Auto does get forced off. Happy is going to lose his life alongside his brother-in-arms, Credu, so this is... little bit of an okay situation. If they can just keep on surviving. Lucas actually getting really aggressive. He gets stuck out a little bit, but Thomas is on the spy. He's directly behind. Auto picks him up oh so easily. Does he get a revolver? No, not quite.
Can't be done, but that's more than you can ask for from that one life from Tomas there. Beautiful stuff from him, but I mean, if I was Domo though, I wouldn't have popped either. It really didn't look, I was just watching the replay. It really did not look like he was going to drop that Uber, but here we are in a different dimension. Credit's going to run across the point here on this mid, just forcing back the rest of Garda Panteri. Auto has caught a respawner, but Domo is now up with a massive Uber advantage, up to 45%. They find Bud as well, so this should really make second totally free for the taking, as they're going to find the super ready for last eepily.
Yeah, this is oh so comfortable. One little sticky trap is all they've got to worry about. As long as they're checking their corners. Oh, they do just about. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Domo went lower anyway. So here we go. Uber's out ready to go. There is a sniper going to be using all the way towards his left-hand side. Jumping in, sticking them off a little bit. Not getting any frags just yet at all. Auto's trying to get all the way away. They do get the frag, but then every single player but just gets nuked down on this right-hand side. Oh, that's cringe.
Oh, that's big cringe. They spent too long killing Auto there that they didn't have anyone left for what was coming in from behind. The bombs from these soldiers, like I mentioned before, Mankey and Bud, they've been so coordinated every single game with that dual bomb that they just did straight into the enemy team. Bud really cleaning up that fight. So now they're going to be out on second. Even Ubers for both teams here. Bud bomb indeed, as looks like 4Toast are going to mount some kind of offensive. The one respawner from Bud is enough to send in this double bomb here from both soldiers. They land on Auto. Good damage, but Pappy now isolated on this bad area, getting ran out by Bud. But oh, the nice air shot from him. And a crisp arrow from Domo to keep him alive. But Lucas now getting cleaned up in the meantime. Not enough heals going in his direction. And Auto somehow remains alive through all of the spam he was receiving.
That is crazy. Like, he literally had Credu just directly on him, and Credu just uncharacteristically just missing some shots there. Straight up just missing. It was potentially such an opportunity. They do have like 35% ad here. They are going to be forward towards point. If they want to catch these players towards low, they actually should be going. Yeah, they're going to be dealing so much damage right now. This one scout has to be dealt with. They don't want to use just for him, which makes a lot of sense. They do get that cleanup, but it does mean that timing-wise, they really need to get moving. Otherwise, Auto's going to get a Zuba any second.
They have chosen the right push there. They're going to be sending it in through sword, but good damage onto these soldiers on the high ground. Both of them are no longer in a position to take any amount of fighting here, as Tomas and Pappy both commit and both get fragged, but Mankey now taking the high ground. Also, they're taking the straight across the point. Domo has only just used those, so it's a much better Uber for the side of 4Toast, and just going to be forcing them out at this point here. They need to take some ground. They've currently got a player disad as Mankey's going in for a bit of an early bomb there, a little bit too soon. Auto's walked out on bats and has fragged himself. For some goddamn reason, his class is currently in lower, fighting up against Credu there. Credu does need help from his fellow scout as Nia going low. Nearly actually falls there, but looks like they do secure second. And the Auto frag there. So Auto walking out on bats, maybe a little bit of a throw, but it looks like they're heading in towards last already. Nia's just running in, gets cleaned up immediately though. A little bit of a questionable play. Cappy also feeding in. Tomas goes in. Oh, nice air shot from Tomas on the water tank. Just to take him down the Kejiku and suck down to the point. Just Auto left alive, and that's going to be a round deeply.
This is such a game for soldiers right now. Jesus Christ, you know, as like the most bullied class in the game, they're really having a great time.
Having a wonderful time in this map. Pappy and Tomas having as much fun as Bud and Mankey are in this map. So 2 rounds up for 4Toast right now, looking pretty comfortable in their scoreline. Still 20 minutes still on the clock, eepily, so we've got all to play for here. Milky has decided he's going to roll out through Sword this time around and copy what Lucas Tank has been doing on this mid. Looks like Thomas is going to be cleaning up on that right-hand side, looking for some kind of bomb attempt here as Pappy's going to go over the top in towards Sword. Just lands on Auto here, nice little bomb around. Just go for a little bit of a fakey as Thomas now commits in. Auto super weak, sits on a pipe and dies, but the rest of 4Toast have been cleaned up here as Lucas Tank and Domo go down in conjunction with one another, but getting cleaned up here as well. Thomas just trying to fight out kitchen area. Class is going to run it in. Good rockets though, unfortunately going down here as the rest of the team are going to basically wipe Neo as the lone survivor.
Yeah, lone survivor. We do have Credu spawning. Now this will be side of Garda Panteri getting themselves mid. So, you know, they've got a mid win at least. They do have both medics spawning actually the exact same time. And I don't see that anyone's on a crit or anything like that. So we might have a moment where just these teams want to build up Uber a second. Obviously, anytime we have a situation like this, there's a potential to just try and go and drive. You're feeling very, very brave. This would be brave on the side of Garda Panteri. It does look like they want to try and take this space just a little bit. Massive bomb does go deep. They deal a lot of damage. Mankey's gone down. And there should be an opportunity for Toast to heal up here and see if they can do something themselves.
He went in for Domo, did good damage, but couldn't quite find the last rocket. Just accidentally whiffed it in the wrong direction. So Domo does survive that. Looks like they're just going to spend this time getting buffed up. They've waited too long now to send this sack, as Mankey's going to be catching a respawner, and they'll be more than happy with just the positioning alone. Get set up and ready. Both teams getting their Ubers here. Auto already has his. Domo's a little bit behind us. Does in fact basically get us at the same time now. So we're going to see what Garda want to do. This is where we're going to see what strategies Garda have kind of employed with this first stalemate coming into effect, as we haven't had really any stalemates in this game so far. For Snakewater, it's very uncharacteristic. Yeah,
that's true. It's been, well, I guess, just been fairly clear-cut for Toast. So this is quite an opportunity, like, you know, now that the momentum's kind of ceased just a little bit, this is an opportunity for Garda to do something crazy. Mankey does not find it, and he just kind of gets nuked.
Got put in the bin by Thomas there. Very, very nice stuff from him.
Literally bin.
Literally bin. Nearly got doubled, in fact. That was quite nice. But looks like we are seeing some kind of counter-sack here. Thomas has already managed to get in behind, but has ended up on Source. So that threat from behind is going to be there now from 4Toast. Mankey's going to be getting his forward spawner, so Thomas going to be going for that 1v1. I'm more interested in the 1v1 with the rest of the combo right now, so I'm going to go watch that instead.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Never mind, they both decided to jump away from each other, and we just got another stalemate.
Well, yeah, I mean, Thomas is still on the back lines. He can just be annoying, right? Like, you know, they can coordinate this with some aggression from the combo. You know, maybe Lucas can spam a little bit, or Pappy can just kind of bat boy waddle in and just shoot the floor. At least try and, you know, distract them a little bit. Or, vice versa, two have gone back for Thomas. So potential for maybe the combo to do something a little bit more. Or maybe Thomas just dies and that's that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Domo, Pappy, and Lucas Tank were more than happy to just sit back and let their buddy Thomas die there. So maybe not communicating properly or something, but it's hard in that situation, especially into Snakewater mid, to take an aggressive trade. So I mean, it's probably a wise decision here. They more than have to get back here, but Mankey's in on top of Domo. Ooh. Domo just force, eats the direct. So nice little use there from Domo. Just keeps himself alive. How did he die? Please explain to me.
I didn't even see what happened.
There's a trap above lower. There was a trap above lower!
You're joking.
On the ceiling!
Oh, that's tragic. That was such a nice bomb. I was about to say, wow, way to go, you know, Mankey. He lived way longer than he should have. Gets the force, all good. Auto dies. It was literally all for nothing. Now Toast has mid. They're denying... Oh, only one forward spawn, but they've got themselves like 20% ad right now.
That's fine. They got class up in the forward spawn on Sniper, so that basically buys them a free push here. The body shot comes onto Thomas. He will, in fact, crater onto this bridge, and Mankey's also committed all the way in. Pappy's gone down as well, so now this push looks like it's going to be pants. They still have that 20% ad, but I don't know if they'll get these spawners in time to be able to make it count.
I can't imagine so. My math isn't fantastic, but I don't think time works like that. They will be playing towards this left-hand side. We're keeping Domo nice and safe behind this little hut, so if anyone does want to come forward, they can always take this trade, but by the time the soldiers get here, yep, Auto's going to be on 100%, so...
The one saving grace here is that Class is actually up on the Cyber.
He is. He can make some crazy plays. I mean, he can just walk through sword, headshot man if he wants.
Do you reckon that's what we're going to see? Is that a prediction you're making? You're going to lock in your answer? Do you use phone friend?
No. No,
No.
he'll just he'll be fine. He'll just headshot Domo. I mean, Domo's so far around this corner that I don't even know how possible it is. But yeah, go on.
I think that 4Toast now are going to have a much better opportunity here to send in some kind of sack, but when they send their sack, they're going to be in a very poor position because they're going to be facing up against a sniper and a sacking soldier at the same time, which is a lot of pressure for a medic in that situation. So Class going to be moving up here towards Saw, but it looks like 4Toast are just going to sit and play a waiting game. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to play the spam fight here. There are currently stickies on window, so they're not going to be able to sack out window, but they do find Bud. Neo trades out for that one, so one pick each side, but it looks like the force didn't go off there, and Auto with a nice surf there onto the low ground, gets the health back. He still hasn't used eepily. He's
what
fine.
A brave
he also
boy.
serves
Look
it as well. Headshot to Thomas.
Look at
Auto
him.
surfing, he just holds it.
He doesn't care. He does not own a mouse 2 button. He's just walking all the way. He's getting the health back as well. He's just like, guess what? The entirety of 4Toast, I won't use for any of you. We're walking all the way. He is literally everything for free. He does that thing where you get like buy one, get one free. He's not even buying one. Just for free.
Oh, good lord. Auto there, really picking it up. After that previous mistake he made on Bats, he's really owning up to that one now and just playing out of his goddamn mind. So it looks like they now have a 100% Uber ad to play with, down to a 40% ad now as the rigorous building coming out from 4Toast. They're just going to be holding credit in this forward spawn, going to be peeking onto window, but it looks like, okay, KJ Kua goes in, gets absolutely melted. Pappy and Credit going down, Credit getting body shot on the forward spawn by Class, who's currently still on the sniper, hits the headshot to Lucas Tank. Thomas is now isolated in cheese as well, so the frags are actually coming in for Garda Panteri, and they can probably send it into last.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, Domo just does just about get his Uber. He's playing close with this one scout in the form of Neo. And he dropped him! It's actually such a disaster! This round was horrendous. All Auto needs to do is not drop and he's used his Uber. They've basically done it. This is such a pretty much perfect round. Cody's already gone down. Domo's just about binding all the way to the other side of spawn, so that's just about him staying alive now. They need to focus on this frag zone. They need
the damage is coming in, eepily! They're all dying! He fed it away! Looks like we've got KJ Kua coming from the side there, on top of the point right now. The soldier spawner comes in. Can they find what they do? Milky gets in there and finds that frag, but they've all wiped here, eepily, despite using that Uber.
Oh, there was such a situation. Such a situation. Like, granted, for Toast, they were in so many different directions. Like, they split really well. But Garda, they just didn't have that focus fire down. And it just already cost them a round.
The one good thing that happened, though, is that Milky comes in clutch right at the end, finds that Domo frag. So now, Auto's going to have that 35% ad to play with, and Domo probably knows this. So they're going to start peeking aggressively, and Credo is already up on that engineer here. They're going to be holding close for the time being, just while they get that gun up, and then they're probably going to end up playing passive or something, unless they don't realise this ad is bigger than it actually is. Which is a possibility, since they're building that dispenser really close here, and Garda Panteri gearing up for a push already, so... Looks like they're going to be coming in potentially from lower already.
This could be
Also
so
has the Uber, they use through.
Route.
Domo's realised he's running the hell away from the team and is nearly dead already. Gets bombed and goes down. The show's bomb there from Mankey. Huge stuff. Good airshot from Thomas and the Bud. But they find the round. KJ Kua gets it. Not reading the Ubers correctly there, it cost them dearly.
That was sick. That was such a sick bomb from Mankey. Dude just on like a jump server just lands on 2 players in the doorway. He's just like, I'll have that, mate. I'll have that. Easy peasy. What a sick start to a potential comeback for Garda, but like absolute misread for 4Toast. I have no idea what they were doing that close.
Maybe their comms are just completely in the bin, but I have no idea here. Looks like we're going into our next mid here. Feeling a little bit confident for Garda Panteri. 4Toast going to be taking that high ground once again, wanting to really control this with the aggressive Credo Scout on that high ground. KJ Kua had already getting knocked off the high ground. He's just playing that too well, and looks like Pappy now going in for this bomb into the soldier, and Bomb's come back around on towards Bud here as he lands on the point, goes down immediately. So Class and Bud both dying here. Bomb's also coming in from Lucas Tank, just throwing those pipes down in the cellar here as Milky going down as well. Auto somehow escaping KJ Kua, so they are all the way out of there through lower, and they're going to be escaping all the way back to last.
Yeah, this is actually still pretty good for Toast because they got these late frags towards Mankey and Milky, so there's no spam towards these doorways, even for another 3 more seconds. Looks like Thomas might just get buffed up and... Oh! Can't go for a jump because he's been headshot.
Respect Class on the sniper. He's really been proving himself so far. The stickies have also been knocked away for Lucas Tank here. Just lowering up inside of cheese here. Bud is in a very, very precarious position now. Actually getting in a 1v1 with Pappy. And Pappy survives on 1 as Mankey goes in for a bomb as well and goes down. So both soldiers out of the game for Garda.
Oh, that's a little bit tragic there. So there is still this sniper. Sorry, there isn't a sniper anymore. He's changed off. He's just sitting there on scout. He's having a good old time. Crady's going all the way through right-hand side. There's still a gun to be dealing with. They're trying to walk through and, I don't know, get the gun. But they basically trade out. Oh, Crady for it. And then Thomas just jumps in for free. There we go. Easiest force of his life.
Yeah, Thomas with a really, really nice read there. Oh, Lucas Stang, lovely pipe into lobby on Mankey there just to find that kill. As Bud is actually committed all the way in here. Pappy's going to be going for a counter jump here on top of... Oh, Bud! What an air shot onto Pappy. Nice stuff.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. All right. After all the dust has settled, this is still for Toast with a significant Uber advantage. Even with Pappy spawning in 2 seconds, they can just afford to go through. Right-hand side, all the way through Shutter. Moving towards his left-hand side now. Gun has been taken down because I think the engineers just basically went off. No real cap harm to speak of. Stick still a little bit over point. The scout is going to be playing it, forcing all these players now towards point. They are starting to crush us a little bit. That's heavy. He's going to have to get taken down, but Lucas deals with that. Just stands on the point himself and just goes. That'll be a 3rd round. Thank you very much.
Easy peasy for 4Toast, very clinical there, playing with a lot of cap time as well. You can just see they were just playing the point perfectly, just getting on and off the point when they needed to just receive a bit of healing. That heavy dropping from the high ground was nearly good for Garda, but got focused down too heavily there right at the end. So another round going the way of 4Toast with 9 minutes remaining still on the clock. Looking very, very comfortable in this game so far. When they're actually playing seriously, it looks like. But Milky heading in towards mid once again to face up against Lucas Stank. Really feeling the pressure this time around, receiving 2 sticky bombs directly to the face as soon as the mid starts. So he needs to get healed up by Auto. Looks like a passive mid coming out for Garda as Bug goes in for a bomb already. On top of Doma here, trying to find the frag. Mankey goes in as well. Looks like they find Class and Tomas also going down. At the same time, Curly finds a frag there, and Mankey also going down right at the end. And it looks like Garda managed to get their way all the way across the point, but currently 3 players dead. Milky is going to get killed here by Neo. And also the chase in towards Kitchen from Pappy, but he can't quite go on top of Auto here. Auto once again escaped through lower. The sticky's coming out from Lucas Stang. The bomb coming over the top from Pappy gets cleaned up by KJ Kuod. So they are going to be able to escape back into last.
Yeah, seems very, very similar to last mid. Almost exactly, really. So this is going to be for Toast once again, getting control of second. Uber's in their hands. Auto still has his. And really, at this point, time becomes one of their greatest assets. There's only 8 minutes left in the game. Everything is on Garda Panteri to try and make something happen here. They've got a sentry being set up, but they're going to need to be at least somewhat proactive right now.
Yeah, I think it was actually Domo that said to me, like, when you get 5 minutes left on the clock, that's when you swap off NG and you go like sniper or something, and you get aggressive in towards lobby. You hold close, you get aggressive, and see what you can do. But Pappy getting spotted on the spy already. I think it was the right idea to go spy here because he knows they're going to be playing aggressively. So if they go for some kind of push out, then he can just back cap and secure another round for the team. So they are definitely going to push out a 6 if they do, but finding Pappy there, they're going to use the time to build that sentry gun, get KJ Kuod up on the sniper, and build that dispenser up. So they're going to be doing all of those things while Pappy's currently dead.
Yeah, you know, he can do whatever he wants. He's not feeling like going for the sideshow, you know, spy after spy after spy. He's like, I'll just play the soldier class. I'll stand around and I'll see if I can't just win with my team. Because really, right now, like, Garda has to be getting aggressive, like, peeking with their sniper. Like, they're towards his right side. Milky's buying a good amount of space here. But, like, I don't know. I don't know what kind of angles they're really hoping to get. It's, like, it's only the fact that 4Toast are in lobby. Like, they don't even need to be in lobby if they don't want to. They just want to keep playing the game. But, like, if they just sat outside right now, it would, you know, force Garda to do whatever. So, yeah, everything's in that seat, really.
Oh, Auto receiving a pipe there. Nearly gets spammed by Tomas as well. Does pick up that small health kit. Not sure how he ate that pipe there. Maybe a peek on the shutter managed to hit him in the foot, but the sentry gun goes down here. Good space currently for Tomas. He couldn't walk in. Nice damage onto Milky though. Hits 2 directs in him. It's going to open up this doorway. Tomas bumping in onto Auto here. Does land on his head and also gets headshot now by KJ Kuod. By now Domo as well. Just clear out the fight. Everyone's going down here. Domo also died in all that action. Auto still holding his Uber, and Neo's currently on the point. They need to get to it in time. Do they do it? They do. Nice air shot there from Bud just to clean him up. That was... Oh my god, KJ Kuod went mad.
That was nuts. If they had lost the cap from just a scout standing motionless, I would have actually lost my mind. But this is basically perfect now. So I'm just going to be going deep. Auto, yeah, takes that exact direct headshot rocket. So there's no world in which he doesn't force there. They do get both Tomas and credit for it. So this is a player advantage. Second is within their control. They kind of need to take some opportunities. Like, Lucas getting that trap frag is going to be pretty tricky. Thomas is up in 1 second. Pappy's on the back lines. If they can hold up just a little bit on the side of 4Toast, Pappy's going to come in and just annihilate. And yep, 2 rocket takes down. Also, one more takes down KJ Quad as well. And yeah, this is literally just disaster on the side of Garda Panteri. They have no choice but to basically back up or feed.
Oh, milk!
Oh!
Lucas Stag, what a beautiful pipe from him just to clean up Milky right at the end. Domo currently has 100% Uber to his name, so looks like they're going to be heading in towards second now with that confidence in tow off the back of that air shot, plus 10% movement speed every time you hit an air shot, by the way. Just a little stat for you there. But moving now in towards lobby, Neo's going to be taking this Uber through the right-hand side shutter, and they have already popped it out. They're just going to be rushing in. The level 1 sentry gun is still at large, but it looks like they do manage to get in. They just air pipe auto down. They're on top of Milky as well. Looks like they're getting the damage to him as well. Demo goes down, Bug goes down once again. The sentry gun has gone down as well, but no casualties so far, apart from Lucas Stag. Owen just goes down, KJ getting focused down by the Uber as well. Mankey going down pretty much right away. Class also on the point, trying to defend, but he's only a lonely scout, just gets cleaned up right at the end there. 4-1 for the side of 4Toast.
Yeah, and an admirable little attempt there for Garda to try and hold that, but yeah, I don't know. When Lucas kind of walks in, gets him medic, and then 2 more frags in the first 5 seconds, that's always going to be a bit tricky. So here we go, 4 minutes 20 left on the clock, 3 rounds to go. This is the golden hour, I believe everyone calls it. This is the moment in which Garda has to be like, you know what? The S key, remove it from my keyboard. We've basically just got to go all in all the time just to make this equal. So time to fight.
They are doing exactly that. They're running directly across the point here. Auto has eaten a ton of damage already, but has managed to find his way to the enemy store and picked up that health pack. This is actually working out for Garda Panteri. They're finding all the kills that they need. Pappy, Thomas, and Lucas are currently in the dirt here. Credo and Neo on the other side of the mid with Domo, which is not where you want to be when Mankey is respawned in the next 10 seconds. Credo just gets spammed down there, and this is looking so good for Garda Panteri. If you just run it probably into second off the back of this.
Yep, because the combo of 4Toast is behind the enemies, which is a little bit unfortunate. We do see Bud, they don't even commit to the fight because they've just got to go back to second. Otherwise, they're kind of just going to like be useless here. We do see basically all of Garda Panteri, they're playing towards point. They won't actually get the second cap before this trade comes in. They do use good bit early on the side of 4Toast. The rest of their players, they're actually trading out here and there. This is going to be a little bit scary. When this Uber fades, it's going to be all about positioning. And right now, this is 4Toast not only being positioned well, but hitting their shots. Lovely little pipe there from Lucas before he gets taken down. And now, it's just on class. Just this one sole little pair towards right-hand side. He does get in on Domo. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shots.
Oh, he gets it.
It's enough, but I mean, it isn't a second cap. And now, I don't even know if it's mathematically possible.
I think it is. They've got like the next 20 seconds to find this cap or they're done for.
Well, let's go then. Let's go. I mean, in fairness, 4Toast literally have 0 buffs right now.
Hold the W key, boys!
It is literally just go, 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 go. Do not stop. If you stop for anything, you've just basically conceded the game. Bud's going in. This is the Bud bomb. No one's there to die.
Is in. Thomas is out.
But it works, I guess.
Cody's building a sentry gun. I wonder if they have the time to clean up the sentry gun. They do not have time for an Uber. They have to go.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Well, even 5 versus 6. It is what it is. They are going to be building this Uber up. They would like to get the sympathy rounds. I believe they do not think this is possible anymore. But you know what? I'm all for sympathy rounds. Let's go, baby. Garda Panteri is going to be making themselves feel just a little bit better after most likely losing this map. They're jumping all the way in. Milky's oh my god, Milky's dead. He's just dirt. He's in the Shadow Realm. Everyone on the side of 4Toast are just perfectly fine and healthy.
No Ubers needed for the side of 4Toast. They're absolutely demolished.
That was not the ego-building push I was hoping for.
It was the demo bombing in and then the chariot running for the demo, but it looked like every single minigun shot that was fired from that Tommy Slab hit the demo right in the face. There's nothing that you can do. With this second cap, that is going to secure the game for 4Toast. 4-1 going to be the scoreline. Probably, maybe actually go for a 5th round here, equally. Let's see if they can pull this one out.
Yeah, why not? You know, teach them how to really speed run this. We do have Milky on the back lines, living his very, very best life. They are leaving 1 player capping. Oh, and that capping player also gets all
Milky's in. He's out.
He is. I think he's dead. He's dead. Goodbye. I mean, there's forts. There's Milky and Mankey. Milky and Mankey? No, there's Mankey and there's Bud. Bud's on the pyro. He's dead.
Oh.
Uber's been used. Mikey's in the skybox.
Mikey's demolished.
I think they actually get this round. I genuinely think they
can
get
do
it.
this. They are getting the cap. Neo's the headshot onto Domo. That's gonna get extra brownie points there for Class. Extra death on the logs for Domo. 30 seconds remaining currently on the clock. Can they do it, eepily?
I don't think it's gonna happen. This is it, the perfect hold. And now, I don't know. I think everyone's just gonna feed.
The perfect hold involves a revolver spy and Auto playing scout.
We're under auto POV.
Can they do it? Can they do it? Auto got a frag down to Tomas.
He did. Dude, and he gets second cap. Solo as well. Where's his team? He's going in to take his 1v1 versus Pappy. He has done he's dead.
Credit on the heavy. Right, the end falls out the window there. Looks like the scoreline was going to be 4-1 in the end. 4Toast going to be winning out on Snakewater in this best of 3 series. We do have more maps to come, so Garda Panteri I honestly think that Garda did a pretty good job. It's just the fact that 4Toast, once they're on a roll, they are so hard to stop.
Yeah, like it is. Like, I'm not going to BM Garda by the fact that, like, 4Toast did seem like they were in control the majority of the time, because, like, Garda were playing very well. They had a lot of moments. They couldn't really close together. Like, definitely could have got, like, at least one more round with just, you know, some better last pushes. But, yeah, like, once 4Toast kind of got into the swing of things, they felt so confident. There were some great individual moments, though. You know, some great stuff from Bud and Mankey. There's some good stuff from Milky. There was fantastic couple little moments from Auto, and then some really confusing ones as well, like that time he just ran out through by himself and died.
Yeah, I feel like that may have been a bit of a miscommunication. Maybe they called for a repush and you just kind of walked in, but then walked into fight with the enemy team and had no other players with them, which is, I don't know what happened there, but anyway, we have got the logs on the screen for you currently right now. As you can see, Mankey only got 7 kills that game, but I feel like he had a bigger impact than is currently showing on the logs, especially with some of his force attempts he went for on Domo. He was kind of just like the sack boy for Garda Panteri a lot in this game, and also there was a lot of last holds, which he just got Ubered into, so he had a pretty unfortunate game, but he did get a couple forces off and did some really nice plays, I think, so Mankey doing better than the logs show here.
Yeah, you can't bully soldiers for having bad stats, especially when it's like, you know, bad stats against like Neo and Credu. Like, come on, be reasonable here. Be reasonable.
Speaking of which, Neo got 29 frags. That man.
That's disgusting. How many? I bet he got 1 million soldiers. He got 17 soldiers. That's so stupid. What a class, man.
Oh, scout class. I love it. Maybe every time we see a disgusting maneuver coming out from Neo now, we can just scream scout class. But for the rest of it, as you can see, Luke's tank there plodding along with 9.9k damage with 341 DPM in that game. So he went huge, as usual. It's what you expect from Lucas at this point. Best demo in EU currently in the season. So he's been slapping people. Also managed to match the same number of air shots as Tomas,
which is quite impressive, honestly. Like. Actually, regardless of all of this, the biggest number which is standing out to me is just like the 8 deaths on Domo, as opposed to 15 on Auto. Auto nearly double the deaths of Domo. Now, granted, obviously, 4Toast were in control the majority of the game, and therefore you would expect the enemy medic to die some more times. But even still, it's indicative of some kind of issue when your medic is dying quite that much more. Although, actually, one of those were on Scout. He went 2 for 1 on a Scout. In 40 seconds, actually, Auto's Scout stats, he had like 700 DPM.
What gamer? Yeah, that total damage he did, take that as damage per minute, rather than damage done. 700 DPM. He's actually a god tier gamer. Anyway, next map, Sunshine. Ideas. What do you reckon? What are you feeling? What do you think is going to happen? Walk me through the first mid.
Honestly, after the first mid on the Snake, like, 4Toast really seemed just so happy just to basically stand around and be like, what are you going to do? Because whatever you're going to do, we're just going to, like, counter jump you and then just own you. And they managed to, like, catch, I think, both first and second mids. They managed to catch out one of the scouts on Garda just completely unaware and just basically take him down instantly and then play the rest of mid, like, 6 versus 5. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something fairly similar. I don't think they're just going to, like, go in super deep from the start or whatever. I think they're going to be just playing that kind of chill, confident way that you play when you firmly believe you are just the better team.
Yeah, I think they're just going to play cookie cutter on the side of 4Toast. So I feel like now that they've got that first game in the bag, it really does relieve quite a lot of pressure. But more pressure now for Garda because they're one game away from being eliminated from the season. will be picking up
Is
that
that
third
true?
place. Yeah, they're out, aren't they?
Is this single elim? Is this double elim? Because I saw something about it. I have no idea.
I have no idea. If we can get a mod,
I saw there was something about
it's
it
just
changing.
single elim, isn't it? That's round one, isn't it? Round one I guess that means that there might be a lower bracket.
Someone's gonna tell me.
Someone tell us.
Email dumb.
That'd be great.
Let me know.
Either way, Garda don't want to get knocked into whatever lower bracket may exist, so they will need, if they want to take it to a third game, they're going to have to win out on this one. So we'll see what happens. Apparently, it is double elim.
There you go.
So yeah, they'll just end up in a lower bracket versus the other team that's going to be there, whoever that will be at that point in time.
Oh, so it isn't that, you know, entire tournament live, but it is, I don't know, an amount of their livelihood because they have to play loads more playing the game.
Yeah, I feel like as well. I feel like I mentioned before, Garda Panteri, they really have nothing to lose in this. They've already achieved so much in Premiership. Last season they didn't do too great, and this season they're doing really, really well. So I think that, you know, they've really proven themselves here this season so far. Milky especially, I think he's absolutely destroying. So yeah, I think against these soldiers and these scouts as well, like, it's really hard coming into these games where you've been playing against people who are your caliber, and to go up against people who are then even better than you are is terrifying. But he's really, really just proven that he's got what it takes to be in this division.
Can't even imagine that, playing against people even better than I am. That scares me.
No one's better than you, eepily.
Oh, lucky. I wish that were true. I see 12 players in the server. I assume they're going to ready. Oh, as I said, I see Domo readies up. This is 4Toast declaring dominance by reading up first. There was that thing ages ago, some old Epsilon player, I think, was like, oh, I always make them ready up first, because then it's like asserting dominance, like, oh, we start by my rules. But I always feel like actually that's such a cop-out. Reading up first asserts dominance.
Yeah, I feel like you are right. I feel like whoever said that needs to get in the bin.
It was probably some old player. That was back when all tier 2 players were bad.
It was probably Nox. Anyway, we have readied up now, ladies and gentlemen. So, map number 2 of the Season 39 playoffs, round number 1 of ETF2L. So, looks like we're going to be heading into our first mid of Sunshine here. It's going to be an interesting one to see what Garda Panteri want to do against 4Toast, because 4Toast, they do a very, very standard Sunshine kind of play, where they just kind of send Thomas into Cafe, which is what they're doing right now, and roll out through flowers, and they're just going to be executing this strat to near perfection here. Thomas just going to wait for the opportunity here for Garda Panteri to get in position. The button comes in way too early from Mankey. He goes down. Thomas now has a clear shot onto Auto. One really nice rocket here, and Milky and Auto are now in the bin in choke and are going to be retreating all the way back out. This mid control has gone all the way at 4Toast, but Garda Panteri on the wrong side of the map.
Yep, firmly. This is going to be 4Toast technically winning the mid by just capping it. If they go with all the players, I think they can... is it possible to outcap on second? Yep, clearly the entirety of Garda Panteri reckon so. Uber is in the hands of Domu. He does need to walk forward to try and take this trade, and it is actually going to be Neo who gets the worst end of things, because he, unfortunately, ends up the other way. This is spooky timing. Milky's jumping all the way in by him. He's actually just going to take down Domo completely. No one even knows where he is. Lucas manages to get one back, but they keep on going, but it is a back cap. Now Cradu and Thomas are going straight to last. There is Bud blocking Cradu. Thank God for that. Thomas on the last point. He doesn't quite have the pain train. Oh my God.
He bombs back in. He's bombing around.
What's
he's
he
trying
doing?
to land on this point. He's just buying time. He's out to the lower replay. He's
living? Living. He's living.
He's living.
He's dying.
Oh.
He's dying. Thank God.
That's upsetting.
Jesus. Okay. That was a weird way to start this game. But okay, 4Toast, they do have mid. They do have a little bit of an Uber advantage, but player disadvantage is something they also have. And Garda Panteri is like, what if we peek Cafe? What if we peek, we probably just try and walk in a little bit, then they take a bit of spam, and then they realize, Thomas is up in a second. We'll just hold off.
Both teams playing in the position where they can just build the super with their med, protected by their scouts. So Auto's going to be building back, and Doma's going to be doing the same thing. And it looks like 4Toast here going to be gearing up for some kind of sack attempt here. Already buffing up their soldiers. Thomas now getting a full buff, looking for something that he can do here. It might be a fast bomb through flowers or just through choke. We'll see what they decide to do here. No real stickies to be seen for a counter sack attempt. So Mankey going to be jumping out flowers back towards his med. Pappy's going to be taking that space in choke here. Thomas now moving towards flowers, going to be going for that jump. Does land on the high ground here. A little bit more space, but no real sacks coming out just yet.
Nope, no one looking to do that big, heavy commit right now. They're all just kind of trying to airshot each other, which honestly I think is better than sacking.
You reckon?
Yeah, I mean, just if everyone just stands around, then like whoever gets the most air shots on the logs, that's just who won. No
Thomas?
direct hits allowed.
Here we go. Oh, Thomas getting piped. Oh, he's in! He's out again. He might die from Creddy. Oh, he gets arrowed! Nice arrow there from Dover's keeping alive, but Creddy just commits in and dies instead. So that's the sack attempt. Coming out here, I think Creddy might just respawn on the sniper. Maybe that was the plan all along.
Yeah.
Just ascending credit for the sniper. But what we're going to see now is from Garda Panteri, maybe a counter sack attempt. Bud's already all the way up. And looks like Mankey going in for fast bomb through flowers. He's on top of the they find the pick there. Class getting shot down, and also Mankey is going to die here. So, two players going in for the double sack. They do get the Uber out here, so we're going to see how Garda Panteri now respond with a two-player disab, but they have that Uber in play. So, Thomas has already managed to get his way in behind currently, so he's going to be a bit of a threat here. Bomb on top of Milky. Good damage onto this demo man here. Milky is super weak here. Does need an arrow from his medic. Does get one. Garda Panteri still holding on. Their respawners have just given credit runs in. They force out the Uber charge here. Beautiful stuff. Oh, nice pipe there from Milky as well. Even nice arrow there from Domo. Doesn't keep him alive, however. It's going to be Thomas going down as well. Two-player picks for Garda Panteri. And Auto's walked in again, all on his own, and nearly dies. But looks like they do manage to get mid here in the end.
Yep, doesn't quite die though, and that's the all-important bit. Doesn't matter if he's close as long as he keeps himself alive. This will be the entirety of Garda Panteri going to be stacking the point. They're just believing in it right now, but they don't deny those forward spawns. So 5 players up on the side of 4Toast, and they have a big old 45% Uber advantage. This is very much 4Toast's opportunity to retake at least mid here, and obviously from their point of view, if they can try and walk in free here, this would be absolutely perfect. Auto's so far away, it'd be very difficult to catch him. Domo does take a lot of damage. Pappy's actually gone down. This is Class on the back lines as well. This is going to be very difficult. They do know he's there. He's going to start this back half shortly. And basically with that, it's going to force 4Toast back. They know this Uber's about to be in the hands of Auto, so they don't want to take this dodgy trade on mid. They just want to keep things nice and chill.
Yeah, Class getting annihilated there, so he goes down. Pappy also currently the respawn queue. 1 second remaining for him. He's going to catch that respawner and start heading his way back towards the team. Luke is getting very aggressive towards this choke as well. Needs to be careful. Milky could just sticky him down, but they're going to be once again Thomas prodding, just trying to see what the hold is currently. They will spot that Auto is currently holding out by Tetris. And they're not going to be able to do anything here. Class currently up on the sniper. Going to be peeking on Flowers at a very passive angle. He does not want to show himself here. And he may have been spotted now as Lucas Tank was peeking through that choke.
He's obviously showed a lot of sniper skill already, so he's wanting to show us a little bit more. A scary player to... Oh, Thomas stood still.
I'll do it.
I guess they wouldn't have at the sniper.
So, with the sniper now, you may have one pick, but you still can't sacrifice a soldier because you'll be at a huge disadvantage here. But Lucas Tank really holding real close around this corner here, so they just jump all the way back here. Thomas is going to be respawning very soon, so that pressure's still there from the sniper. As they're bringing it up through Flowers here, going to be going for that wide shot, trying to find Domo, doesn't find it, unfortunately very close though, Class. On the high ground, nearly finding that frag, but just gets pinged down there by Neo, so counter-sack opportunity here coming in from 4Toast, see what they can do.
Yep, they're picking a lot towards choke, getting everybody buffed up. Thomas is close on the flank. They've got annoying players just spamming at him. Players are being traded towards this right-hand side. This is actually Thomas gets that frag towards the flank. This is going to be really good. But Neo goes down. Thomas is in now. He's going to be getting this forced off. This is a lot of players down. Lucas needs to try and desperately get out, but he doesn't get to his medic in time at all. This is actually just Domo and Pappy right now. Oh, this is going to be so hard. Uber does have to get used. They managed to get this one scout, even if they get Milky here, who is just getting arrowed and beamed, and he's actually going to be able to keep on surviving here. Basically, this Uber gets one player, and that's it. Now, 4Toast, they need to kind of almost back up a little bit, at least until their spawns come in, and Garda Panteri has such a fantastic opportunity just to bust in.
Holy arrow gameplay there from Auto right at the end of it. But Mankey also going down here. They're just committed in way too deep, and it looks like they're going to be able to push down the side of 4Toast, heading in towards mid for the time being, as Milky's going to be trying to retreat out through Flowers. Currently on the chase, but this one scout has committed in. Class finding the pick onto Thomas there, and does manage to slip away as well. So that pick onto Thomas is actually going to mean something here. Auto currently has an Uber advantage to play with, and Mankey and Bud are both going to get forward spawners. Now, one player ad currently in towards mid might be able to get them this mid without having to use Uber whatsoever, as the soldiers are beginning to commit in here. Lucas Stan getting pressured all the way back here. Class has already committed, had taken the 1v1 with Credu, trying to win that one out, but Neo comes in for the cleanup there, and the Uber still has not been used from Auto. They're going to be able to take this mid here, but Neo's already running in. Looks like he does want to take an Uber trade on this point here. They didn't want to give this one up whatsoever on the side of 4Toast heading in. Already just taking the heals everywhere here for both sides. Auto has been forced, and looks like they're just toing and throwing. Bud gets cleaned up here.
God.
And looks like a really long fight they just used.
Right now. They're just going to get annihilated. Look at them. They're caught all the way towards the flank. Literally no world in hell. In hell. What?
What? Milky? What?
I don't understand how that's the outcome from that situation. So both medics die. Thomas is still desperately trying to take this fight. It's not really communicating about what's happening. Surely both the soldiers from 4Toast. Yeah, okay. Then Pappy goes through a rocket jump. What a bizarre situation. How Auto didn't die immediately. They had so much Uber left on the side of 4Toast. I'm just baffled.
I am just so baffled by what's happening in this game. Bud is bombed through choke. Oh, nice shot from Lucas Stack as well. Just clean him up. Currently, 3 players dead on both sides. Credit's just running into second. He's just taking a man fight versus a combo. Somehow wins it. It looks like 4Toast is going to be able to finally stabilize on second.
I mean, like, this is kind of...
Are we okay?
This is what 4Toast, I guess, can just always do. This is their, like, you know, secret trick in their back pocket. The fact that they can always just run in because they've got sick DM. So far, they have ran in now. Autos ran into the spawn tactically, so, you know, calls out their bluff and just lets 2 of their players feed. Bud wants to join the kill feed as well because he's just like, cool, let's do it, why not? Right. Take a second, take a breather, take a chill pill. Ubers are equal.
Make a cup of tea.
Yeah, like, they're on second. They've got things to do. Class is on the sniper again. Thomas, he's like... He went sniper for a second. He doesn't even want to. God damn.
Class currently up on the sniper, though. I'm going to be just peeking in that top area, just eat a sticky, and Pappy's going to be jumping in here in towards the sniper, and we'll just kill him off in this lobby area, so they're able to find that kill onto the sniper. The pressure has been relieved. Luke Stang desperately needs an arrow from his medic, eating a bunch of sticky damage there, but it looks like now we've got 4Toast going to be pinning up on this right-hand side area. The demo currently locking down the left side to Thomas. It's in onto Bud. Good damage, but unable to find the kills. Thomas goes down here. The bomb's now coming in once again onto Milky. They find that kill, and Auto also has to use that as Uber charge, so... Very nice stuff there from the duo of Neo and Thomas, but Pappy coming in with some nice rockets just to make sure everything went to plan.
Yeah, I think Pappy actually, like, pogoed off Milky's head, killed him, and then just, like, basically used him to, like, skip all the way towards left again and just gets out alive. So, there we go. They get a frag. They get their heals up. They get their big old Uber advantage. Milky does spawn in time to start putting some stickies not quite towards point. Yeah, will just about happen now, but a delay from 4Toast getting their heals up means it will basically be a regular little hold. We do see people just slamming their head into the skybox and the walls just because it's something to do. They don't get over points with that Uber, which is really significant on this map. Neo is now trying to play the point, trying to drag some of these Garda Panteri players towards the rest of his team, but it's not looking good for them so far at all because it turns out Garda Panteri is getting frags of their own dome and are incredibly weak, but easily cleans them up just on Neo, and he goes by. But adding another one, chalking it up on the old scoreboard, and this is Garda Panteri. Time to go, boys.
Oh, God. When they didn't get across the point on that last, it was just absolutely tragic. On Sunshine, if you don't end up on the opposite side to where you Ubered in from, you're in for a disaster on Uber, and that's exactly what we saw. Only 1 player going down for Garda Panteri in that entire... Well, 2 players going down for them in that entire push. So, now making their way in towards mid. Auto has Uber in play. Bud's going to be bombing in all the way back for his team, but eventually gets cleaned up by some long-range scout gun shots here. The bomb's coming in from Thomas in towards this medic of Auto, but him managing to survive as well. So, he doesn't even pop that Uber, but Mankey goes in, gets baited, it looks like, so unable to do anything here. Domo up to 45% already, but looks like Garda Panteri in a position to take a counter Uber if they make any kind of push happen. Yeah, they're actually playing really, really close around choke. They're actually hiding in that position with Auto with his crossbow. They do still have this Uber 70% now. They know where Domo is, they know where Lucas is. They want to take down Lucas, and he definitely will fall. Doesn't even get too much damage, so this will be continued position for Garda Panteri. We do still have Credo sniping, and 4Toast is a demo down. So, surely there must be some kind of opportunity here. I can... Okay, they do get the force into Domo. Okay, they do it. They send 2 for it, but they'll get it. The force into Domo there, but it looks like they're now sending players in towards Auto. Auto just pops. He really didn't need to use that Uber charge, but just uses anyway. They do end up on Luke Stang's face. He taunts and dies. Neo also going down here. The pipe's running in from Milky. Milky's doing so much work. Domo's super weak here, and Milky actually gets headshot there from
soldier back.
Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, like, Happy's just kept the point solo. Creddy just walks in, headshots down Auto. Thomas is still fighting towards last.
No.
Half is just walking in. They're just back up in the whole way. There's one scout,
Headshot!
Oh, what's he doing? He touched the floor.
I was hoping he would annihilate him there, but that's going to be the first round going to 4Toast. I've got to say, eepily, not convincing at all.
No, I don't know. Yeah, like I'm not even gonna say, oh yeah, you know, Garda Panteri just playing a bit sloppy. Both teams are just kind of doing whatever they want, and I guess Toast just, you know, they rolled high.
Okay, so we've got another mid-fight on our hands. Let's see if there's a little bit more structure there. Is, in fact, they're going for the same strategy as last time on the side of 4Toast. Mankey's waiting for that choke bomb. It's going to be going in once again very early onto Domo. Doesn't quite find it. Has to bomb all the way back here. Once again, opening up the space here. 4Toast must make a push if he needs to, but looks like he's coming in now onto Auto Super U. Looks like Domo all the way across the point, getting cleared up by Mankey there. Neo also going down to Milky, so they've got the picks on the side of Garda Panteri, and Thomas going to be trying to get back in through Cafe. Good damage onto these scouts here, but looks like they need some forward pressure. Luke's Tank just spamming pipes, but he's only half HP, so he's not able to do too much here. Mankey going to the low ground. On top of Luke's Tank, does find that. Can eventually Credit going in onto Auto, but they can't find it. It's going to be a wipe for Toast, and it's going to be Garda Panteri taking away that mid play.
That's a crispy mid as well. So after all of this back and forth for the last 14 minutes, this is now such a huge opportunity. Now, I don't want to preempt this because Sunshine Last is notoriously impossible to push unless something crazy happens on second, and there's no opportunity to do something crazy on second because 4Toast weren't even alive at that point. So this is still, even with this massive Uber advantage, this is not a straightforward push. They need to get themselves buffed up, which is already being a little bit annoying because they're kind of just being spammed in lobby. They need to take a second, buff up, get in, and like you said, if they can get a significant portion of their Uber over the point, that allows so many more opportunities here.
Oh, they have used through lower on a scout, which gets dropped immediately, so, and none of them are buffed actually coming into this either, so it's pants. Everyone's dying. Auto's dead, Bud's dead, Class is also dead, so Mankey currently on 157 HP after picking up that health pack there. That was cringe, eepily, in every sense. Mankey goes in, also dies. Another one for the logs there. Milky too weak to fight anyone, so that's going to be that. But when they were standing in lobby, they all stood in the same place, and Tomas just peeks on right and just shoots 2 rockets into a clump of people. No one's buffed. Scout gets dropped through the doorway. Everything's bad.
Yeah, it is basically just one of those like disaster pushes. We now have a huge Uber advantage. Domo got his 100%. We do still have Class on the sniper on the forward spawn, taking that little peek, but he's going to get found out, and Tomas is like, nope, you can go back to that back spawn, buddy. Off you go. This is free taking for 4Toast, and they can keep on looking to move. Still 40%. Lucas moving all the way towards this choke. Uber's going to get used all the way towards the shutter. He isn't going to catch everyone, but does catch Milky. They still need to get this frag committed. They do exactly that. Mankey is on the backlines. He's annoying them on mid, but there's absolutely no chance of him getting anything significant now. This is scary opportunities. Auto, 75 HP, but importantly, only 80% Uber. If 4Toast find themselves close enough, they could possibly just go in, but it does look like Auto will just about be getting his Uber, and importantly, spawners in just about 1 second.
Tomas in behind currently. Looks like he's going to go for a bomb in towards these combo players. And looks like Edgy Code up on the heavy, going to be fighting up against the rest of the team here as they just shoot them all out of this doorway. But Tomas is in behind it.
He's completely
out. He's been spotted!
He gets the heavy! Bro, how does he get the heavy? Explain. Explain how he gets the heavy then.
Oh.
Such a stupid game. Alright, there we go. 90%. On Domo. This is like the kind of opportunity on Garda where, like, you know, yeah, you could walk out with your Uber if you want, but then, I mean, Domo's just gonna have his own, and it's just gonna be just a garbage trade.
Oh, that was kind of like, you know, the snake thing. Snake! Like, yeah.
The snake thing, that's what that...
Yeah, the snake thing. I can't, my brain's doing a miss. Mankey moving into lobby here, just trying to spam out the team like Tomas did before, but unable to find anything whatsoever. So looks like 4Toast going to be doing the same thing as before, just spam through the top right door. Where's Class put his sentry gun? Where is this thing? Okay, it's up on top. It's dead already. Dead. Okay, fantastic.
It's dead. Well, you know, he gave it a go, but honestly, like 4Toast, they're just spamming an awful lot. Soldier goes in, Tomas goes all the way towards the point. We do see Credo as well. They do so much. Yeah, Milky, he's actually lucky to get away there. 2 for 1 little trading it out, and yeah, okay, 4Toast gonna be backing up. Mankey to the back line, so. Oh, he only gets 1 rocket though. That could have been so good.
It did look like they focused Bud with that sack. Like, honestly, they just bombed in, landed on Bud's face, Crowdy runs in and shoots him in the butt, and then he's dead, and then they stand on the point and don't do anything else. Mind games already coming out from 4Toast. 1-0 up currently in the series. Headshots ringing out all over the place. Clash just landing these time and time again. Really a nuisance for Domo here. He's going to have to continuously rebuff his players above 150 HP for fear of them just going down. So looks like Clash is going to be charging up the shot to the right-hand side. 4Toast is going to call off whatever they were doing before and just look to get buffed up and ready to go for whatever they're going to attempt next. And it looks like they're just going to be trying to bust this left side here. They're already buffing up Tomas. Also spam from this top right area. Just trying to feel out this hole. They do get the sentry gun once again, so now they're going to look to go for a sack.
Yeah, I mean, every sentry that gets made just basically lives for around total about 7 seconds, so not really happening at all. We do see Sacks come all the way in. Crady jumps in. We do get one rocket. Oh! Crady lives and takes down Auto, scoops him up, takes him down, and the rest of Patosa is just like, right, we're going in as well. Uber does just about get used, but they're basically all the way towards point. Every single player is getting a flash right now. This is looking very, very good. Just need to get these last remaining couple players in. Neo, he's oh so healthy. Just bud towards point, and he is not going to be surviving here at all.
Scout class. We said we say it whenever Neo does something disgusting. He just did it right then to the entire team of Garda Panteri. Disgusting stuff there from 4Toast. Very nice kill onto Auto as well on that last. A very nice coordinated sack. I'm glad that we're bringing in this NA. It was originally an NA invention of sending a scout in with your soldier on the sack. So nice stuff there coming out to the side of 4Toast. But another mid fight ensues. Mankey going for a fast rollout. Actually fails it. Heading into lower now instead. It's like Tomas going to be doing the exact same thing as we're doing every single mid so far. Didn't work out for them last time, but 4Toast here getting really aggressive. Mankey's going to crater already, so that's one frag for the side of 4Toast. Tomas has now revealed himself in that cafe area. Milky is overextended. Gets focused down quite nicely. Does need a bit of healing now, though, as he doesn't go down. Neo eventually getting cleaned up on the right-hand side of this mid. Credit now separated from the rest of the team, and looks like 4Toast, they need to regroup here. Garda Panteri did a really good job of just holding their ground here in the same spot as they just pressure backwards and forwards, just toing and throwing with Pappy and Tomas fully committing in for the soldier, landing on Auto as well. Good damage there, Credit's in as well, and they do find the kill there. Domo also going down to a secret for Milky, but Milky just cleaning up to Credit. Tomas going down, Class also going down here. Pappy is the lone survivor, and Lucas Tank here also surviving this mid-fight. Pappy getting super weak here. Mankey finds that frag. It looks like Garda Panteri are going to be taking it away.
They will. That was really extended that entire time. It's going to be very spooky. Oh, I see Lucas. He's got sticks on forwards. Okay. Doesn't quite get anything. Yep, he will be going down now, Lucas. Yeah. I mean, he's basically towards second. I mean, with that distraction alone, Neo does get all the way to midpoint. He's actually starting to recap. He's basically almost entirely recapped. He's got himself a frag. We have Tomas who's making things really annoying, playing towards his high ground. But let's find him. So this will be a scrappy little post-mid fight. And now, yeah, 4Toast, they have no soldiers, they have no demo. They need to be backing up all the way here. This is another great opportunity. Just with Crado on the back lines, Garda Panteri should look to keep on moving forward. It's just annoying with this half time, honestly.
It's going to be down to the 1v1. Creddy's going to be running in here. Class currently stood on the point. Creddy doesn't actually see him right now. Actually knows it's blocked, though. Runs on top of that point, doesn't get any cap time down, and Creddy's going to be running all the way back in towards Flowers. And Garda Panteri have already claimed second. So that back cap threat is now gone completely. And Neo's building that sentry gun. Creddy currently in behind. So the situation is bleak for Creddy. It's hard being a scout in behind, doing that scout life.
Yep, I mean, you know, in fence there are players like Yeehal, where I swear he's made his entire career just like being behind solo and just gets like 2 frags. Let's see if Creddy can pull off his very best Yeehal.
Well, let's see if 4Toast can do anything aggressive in the meantime. They have sent 2 players back from currently. Actually, no, they're not. Lucas Tank has currently got his bottle and he's just swinging it around the last.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that's just what you want to do. And the thing is, we're in a similar position to last game, right? Where they are 2 rounds ahead and there's 8 minutes left to go. So once again, it's an opportunity where Garda's on the back foot and they just need to do things. They need to make things happen. We do have Tomas on Spy as well.
Oh, bye, Mankey. He tries to sack it to last. Each sentry gun goes down. Tomas does the same thing. Goes down pretty much immediately here. But Creddy still in behind. I can't help but think that he can make his way back into Flowers and just get out. But he's more than happy to settle up. They've sent 3 players. There's 3 players for him now.
He must feel so important.
They're chasing him. They do get him.
Okay, there we go. Finally, we can have a bit more actual gameplay right now. This is Creddy down for 14 seconds. So this is a nice little opportunity. But it's like, it's always going to be tricky. It's always going to be tricky towards this last. We'll need some kind of crazy sniper shenanigans here.
See what he can do here, peeking up on this right-hand side door. Pappy has been peeking it quite a lot so far. He does find him, but only the body shot there for 150 damage. Can't quite find the head, and that sentry gun, now level 3, is going to be harder and harder to take down here. And Pappy also body blocking the damage, receiving the heals, and they've also decided now they're going to stick a pyro in front of it, so making it even harder to spam down this sentry gun here. So very nice hold here coming out from 4Toast so far.
I mean, I want to clarify that every time Garda's been on their last, their gun's gone down instantly. And yet, this gun is being such an issue when it's on the other side. It shows just a huge difference in terms of how, confident they are holding last.
You can clearly see they've talked about it. This is very much a set play coming out from 4Toast here with how they've decided they're going to build the sentry gun, get the pyro in front of it, get Pappy in front of it, and put Domo and that dispenser on that low ground. So the constant healing going to be coming out, so able to just remain active and remain alive in that top left area. So it's going to be bottom right or lower if they want to send some kind of sack.
I mean, let's be real right now. The whole hiding in dispenser thing, let's bin that off. Let's just bin dispenser as a concept, Controversial opinion, let's go.
Thomas gets headshot, dies immediately. It's one pick coming out from the side of Garda Panteri here, so one soldier down on each side. I think Garda are going to be happy enough to sit in lobby. They do tend to play more aggressively, so Cody's just going to be spraying flames around this corner there. Infinite ammo from this dispenser, he just does not care.
I mean, Invest is actually just like there's no downside to it, and if anyone goes Spy, well, there's one door where Spy can't walk in through. It genuinely makes sense. And look, like 5 minutes 40 left on the clock. Like, Garda need to be doing something. They're going to be feeling really pressured. They're going to feel like it's such a difficult hold to go against because it is. But they don't have a choice.
Happy just flung a bunch of stickies into Credu's face. If there was a debt, it could have been a 2k for Milky, but doesn't spot it there. Thomas once again going down this right-hand side. And also Luke Stang with the trap there does find Class on the snipers to slow things down. Mankey trying to go for something here on top of Pappy. Doesn't find anything, but going down basically to the sentry gun there. And he does in fact fall. And that's going to be 2 players picked up for the side of 4Toast. But they're not going to do anything here. They're just going to wait for Thomas to respawn. They actually get Thomas now up on the sniper. So going for a sniper of their own here.
Yeah, like they're a wall right now. Like 4Toast are literally a wall. They're just basically sitting there being like, we are winning. There are 5 minutes. If just whatever you want to do, go for it. Because we are confident with the hold. They are peeking towards lobby. They want to keep something going on. Body shots ringing out. No headshot there for Tommaso, so he's going to be playing a little bit more passive now. Doesn't need his players with him as long as he can watch these angles. Everything's looking pretty good. Class, though, he's on the Spy. They're like, all right, sniper's not working. We're not getting the angles. We're not getting the spam either. What's basically our one last resort? Let's give it a go on Spy.
You can count on Class to hit the headshots, especially though. Like, he did a really, really good job of getting this headshot. He does get decloaked and spotted by Lucas and piked. Lucas overcommits though, does go in for it, and Mankey there just peeking that doorway, nearly hits the direct as well. So they know he's up on the Spy currently. So Class now in a bit of a situation where he's shooting a wall. Okay, he's shooting sticky bombs.
I do like shooting a wall. It is pretty good. Clock ticking down once more. Spy walking from low. I think Lucas saw him again. Lucas got some, like, X-ray glasses on or something. I don't know. We do see... Oh, both soldiers on the side of 4Toast have gone down. This is fantastic opportunity. Like, they can get pressure and get the spine at the same time. It would be fantastic. It is Lucas that goes down. They do drag Domo's attention away. There's no real player to trade towards point. It's sticky from Milky. Domo just dropped it, and it's just like that. How do they get around? Just like that.
I can't believe it! After those soldiers went down, they didn't have any classes to take the trade on, so Milky absolutely goated there, realising the situation. It was just going to be a pyro, layers up those stickies, just dets them on Domo, easy clap, gets the round for his team there. Milky, great read on the game. Looks like they're going to be heading into another mid here. 2-1 as the scoreline, 3 minutes still on the clock here, eepily. So, Garda Panteri another situation.
This is it. They have the momentum right now because everyone right now on the side of 4Toast, they're still trying to work out what the hell just happened to them, which means this mid can be absolutely huge for Garda. They're going aggressive once again. They're playing these soldiers around, not going for these big heavy commits. They're going a little bit more for positioning. You do have Bud all the way behind these 4Toast players. Both teams are just working like little clocks going around, trying to get themselves in a nice little position. Auto taking so much damage, though. He has to go down here. Surely he does. And, yep, Credu's going to be the one who secures that frag now. Oh, that's such a disappointment. Real opportunities there. They're trying to get in for Dome, but they've done a great deal of damage. But they just can't get through these waves of 4Toast players.
Oh, nice stuff there from 4Toast. Really, really good focus style. You can tell that in a pinch situation, they just don't care. They still play probably even better than they do when they've got the lead, when they've only got this one. Okay, Lucas.
The spawn camp. That's so brutal. That's so brutal as well, because now this is going to be a huge Uber advantage. Like, basically, one round will just do it. They're still capping mid. No one's on second. And basically, all the important players for Toast, they're on last. Literally just... Sorry! What is Lucas doing?
Oh, no! For those of you that didn't witness that, a pyro just reflected a direct rocket at Lucas Tank's face. Anyway, we've got last pitch going on. Milky and Mankey all going down here. 3-player picks here. 3-1 the scoreline. And we've only got 1 minute 40 left on the clock. Eepily, it is going to be GG. 4Toast is going to be winning out this round 1 of the playoffs bracket.
Oh, definitely very hard fought, but it felt like there were just way too many opportunities in which 4Toast, like, they were just a cement wall. And Garda, they just didn't have answers. They didn't have ways of cracking that defense, or, you know, really getting 4Toast in an uncomfortable position. We do see some last-minute frags. Thomas goes in before anyone even really gets to mid. He's like, oh, I'll pick up Milky. That'll be a good start to things. 2 for 2. Real 60-second opportunity for some massive air shots. Show me them. Show me the air shots.
Pappy gets Bud, Klaus going down, KJ Kua getting a feed in the logs as well. Credit on a 3k after the back of that mid-fight. Auto going down once again. GG has been called from Bud with 53 seconds left on the clock here. Let's see if 4Toast can get another round like we did before. Can they get another one? The brownie points.
Yes. I feel like there's a pretty decent chance. Almost, you know, he's 90%. They've got 35 seconds. I'm gonna keep on going, boys. On and on and on. Yeah, I think this is the we know we've lost, so we just kind of feed a little bit. So Crody's just like, I love that frag. I love that frag. Yep, keep on going.
The Thomas solo Uber.
Here we go. They're walking in. Yeah.
They got some cap time down. Milky is getting chucked in the air. Lone Survivor is going to go down. The shield out from Lucas Tank as well. It's going to be around 4-1 as the final scoreline with 12 seconds left on the clock, and that is going to be it for the game. 4Toast going to be moving on and moving into that upper bracket, I believe. Since if instead of rounds, they're going to be in the upper bracket here, so making their way towards the final, making all the right steps, and Garda Panteri are going to be knocked down as that lower bracket.
Yeah, there we go. That is just not completely without merit there for Garda. You know, again, they had some good opportunities, but for Toast, they were just a stronger team. Undeniably deserved to win that out there, and in a pretty dominating fashion. So still very much the team to be beaten here in these playoffs.
Well, you say that, but on Sunshine in the first couple of rounds, there was just no rhyme or reason to anything that anyone was doing for a little bit there. Eventually, they pulled it together and started getting it going. So, I mean, they did their best on the side of 4Toast, but I feel like Garda Panteri were a different beast altogether. Maybe something they're not used to facing. They're a little bit of chaos here and there, but they played super well, I think, Garda, when the situations they got to play, where they weren't being shafted by Neo the entire game, who ends up getting 22 frags in this rather slow game.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, like, because there were quite a few rounds. Like, round-wise, it doesn't look particularly slow, but there were just a lot of opportunities where people did just sit around last for a while, so I feel like, you know, when things opened up, like, it really opened up and rounds just kind of went all the way through. They just kind of went and then got it, you know? I don't know. Sorry, do you not know what that means? Do you know what that means? That is universal for moves quickly.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Science.
Don't worry, I've got you. This time around, though, it's going to be Domo and Auto relatively even on the old logs. 7 deaths to the 9 deaths of Auto. I feel like when it's a 4-1, Auto did actually a really good job of surviving most of the time in this game. He had a couple unfortunate mid-fights where he got focused down quite well by 4Toast. That's one thing I feel like they did really well in this game, actually. But that class sniper, though, was a bit of a beast, don't you think? He just found the heads here, there, and everywhere. So one thing to look out for coming into the next set of games for Garda Panteri is that class sniper. So depending on their map picks here, it could be interesting. But I think if it went all the way to Gully Watch, they would have got slapped around by Lucas a little bit. Can't help but feel it.
Yeah, like, I definitely think it is a good showing, right? Like, obviously, for Toast, like, they are the top seed. I'm going to be really, really interested to see Garda against, like, the Frenchies and against Aura. I think those are going to be really, really interesting games because, like we were saying before, Garda do still have opportunities where they just absolutely make things happen. you'll just have like moments where, you know, Milky's just like, what if I hit absolutely everything and just annihilate people? And yeah, in this game, it just wasn't quite enough consistently. That was the issue. But against some of the teams which aren't for Toast, I can absolutely see them, you know, doing better than fourth overall at the end.
I can't help but agree. So, when is the next game scheduled for? Do we know?
I have absolutely no idea, Lucky, and I don't think we'll know until a couple days before. I mean, we didn't even know what the playoff structure was until about 20 minutes ago. Mate, give me a break.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have stuck around, there is going to be another game coming up sometime this week or next week early. It's going to be Aura versus the Frenchies, which should end up being a pretty good game. So stick around for Team Fortress TV for some more of that action. But Lightclaw, have you got any shout-outs if you want to write it in the mumble so I can read it out? And eepily, any shout-outs from you?
Shout out to the viewers and the gamers and everyone for having a good night of TF2.
Lightclaw has said, shout-outs to people with bad internet who still play ranked games. Yeah, shout-outs to those people, totally not passive-aggressive.
Interesting.
Shout-outs to you, please, for joining me this evening. Shout-outs to Lightclaw for producing this one. Thanks to both teams for a decent game. And shout-outs to Cars and Warped, my big boys, sitting on their own most evenings. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in this evening. And we'll see you for some more Team Fortress 2 action in the future. Peace, guys.